Hello, Yossi Abramowitz.
Hi, Nikki.
You are living in Jerusalem. You came to Israel, and you prove that it's possible. It's possible to make renewable energy, to use the solar energy in Israel. We are so rich a country with solar energy, and you prove that it's possible.
So my family and I made Aliyah from Boston, which doesn't have a lot of sun, to Kibbutz Keturah in the Arava in 2006. And I took a course with the Eilot municipality, with Dorit Benet, about how do you do regional development through renewable energy. And we had a crazy dream back then. Can we get the Arava to be the first region in the world to be powered 100% during the day by the sun by 2020? Everyone said it's impossible. The grid doesn't work, the intermittency, the pricing, like none of that is going to work. This week, we hit 100% daytime solar for Eilat and the Arava.
Wow, amazing. It's the first time in the world because I don't know a story like this that you are using solar energy. You have another kind of renewable energy, but not solar energy.
Yeah, no, we've seen countries like Costa Rica with mostly hydro and Iceland with geothermal. But look, Ben Gurion in 1955, 56 said the future is going to be the solar power. And we were given the opportunity with my partners and impact investors to prove him right. But at this point, you know, even though the Arava, we're proud to say, is 100% daytime, we want to be 100% day and night. That's by 2025. So we need the regulation on storage. And the state of Israel, we're so behind the curve. We're only at about 7% renewables in a country blessed with more than double the sunlight per square meter than Germany, with a world leader.
So we can say that it's a marvelous pilot for using solar energy in Israel.
Yeah, like I have a friend, Saul Singer. He says Israel is a platform for solving global problems, and indeed, when African ministers come to Israel and they're interested in energy, we bring them down to the Arava and we climb a sand dune. We show them this is the biblical soil where Moses and Miriam and walked, because it says in the book of Numbers, "Chanu b'Yotpatah," and they encamped right there at Yotpatah. We built them a solar field at Yotpatah, and we show them, you know, a big solar field, and we say, "Your Excellency, how much power does your country need?" And then we say, this is about half your country's power. So it's really using, and do you want to work together? And we'll do 100% financing, you know, if we can do it by the book. So yeah, it's a model for the rest of Israel, and Israel hopefully will be a model for the rest of the world.
And we have to say that it's good for the environment, but it's good for people because they can work in something that is a clean energy, not other place.
Yeah, look, if the government would take on the goal and be serious about hitting 100% solar during the day by 2030, there'll be thousands of green jobs. You don't need high-level technical training for most of them. So it's really an employment program in the South. It could be also Bedouin and other disadvantaged, you know, from the development towns where they need the economic stimulus. So it's green jobs. And, you know, the air is so much cleaner in the days of Corona. It could always be that way. And in fact, we know in Yom Kippur, we have the cleanest air in the world with almost no pollution and no greenhouse gas emissions. And so think about it. Once you go to 100% daytime solar and then day and night, you have Yom Kippur air. Your air is holier and cleaner. So it's good all around. And it's cheaper than the dirty natural gas that's been imposed upon the state of Israel by corrupt decisions of politicians who are locking us in for a whole generation on expensive and awful energy that just pollutes and gets people sick.
We have to make it more clear that the price of clean energy is cheap, and even more cheap than all other. If you take under consideration all the damage that fossil energy can cause.
Yeah, no, the Kendall report from the Prime Minister's office about 5 years ago, they started out by saying natural gas is here and solar is over here. And we knew that it was going to come down anyway. But then they said, well, there is a price on a macroeconomic level for the environmental. There is a price on the health, and there is a price on the energy security. Oh, look at that, 45 agorot. Well, solar today, you can do large-scale solar on 15 agorot, much cheaper than the natural gas without all the subsidies that the state of Israel is giving the gas companies on really a deal that is so favoring the gas companies and not the citizens of the state of Israel.
So at least Yossi Abramowitz, you proved something that I dreamt. I can't express it to you. That was my dream, that somebody will take this under as a project and will show that it's economic project and social project. It's a fusion between social and economy.
Yeah, it's a social business. It's good returns both domestically as well as internationally. It's not just me, as you said, there's a fusion. So there are teams. There's Eilot, there's my Shutafim and Arava Power.
Yes.
Impact investors, like our average investor, people don't realize it, was $25,000 to $50,000 for the first couple of years. It wasn't, the Balei Ahon. It wasn't the big families that control the Israeli economy. So it also democratizes some of the economics rather than keeping it, holed up into these monopolistic families that, have a stranglehold really on the Israeli economy. So there's a lot more to do, and we need everybody watching to push for it and not to be satisfied, and to push for the regulations on so that shared homes, apartments that are beit mishutaf, can be able to do this, that we can have storage and to open up 10 to 20,000 megawatts, including for the Bedouin. And we can do it. If anybody can do it, the state of Israel can do it.
As we say, do it at home.
Also.
Thank you very much, Yossi Abramowitz.
Thank you. Shine on.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.